Pennsylvania. We arrived here early this morning. Thankfully, smooth travels, and we were able to explore most of the morning and early afternoon. I'm here with my mom. We are actually here for a wedding, my manager Brittany's wedding, and I'm so excited to celebrate her and Luke, and that is the main event. That is why we are here, and really looking forward to it. I know it's going to be so beautiful, and it's been fun to experience Philadelphia because I'm pretty sure I went when I was younger, but I don't remember most of it. But of course, it's a super historic city, and any big city has, you know, different art and culture and yummy food to enjoy. So we have been exploring and seeing what there is to see. I'll go ahead and insert everything we've done already this morning now. Philadelphia, we took an Uber over to our hotel, the Logan, which is located right in the Logan Square area. It was a fabulous location, super convenient to everything, and we were able to walk to all of the destinations we had on our list. So I would definitely recommend, and we had quite the appetite, so we stopped for breakfast at this charming spot called Sabrina's Cafe. My mom got the huevos rancheros, and I got this stuffed French toast that was phenomenal, and it was such a cozy place to enjoy a meal. We walked around a bit, looked at all the beautiful parks and City Hall, which is quite the archaeological statement, so that was beautiful to witness. And then we strolled over to Reading Terminal Market, which this is one of my favorite spots of the trip. It's a super iconic indoor farmers market, and they have such a wide variety of different fare, housewares, tons of different food options, produce stands, and it's been open since 1892, and it is one of the nation's oldest and largest public markets. At one of the produce stands, we spotted this yellow watermelon, which I have never seen a yellow watermelon before. It was so neat to witness, and this specific produce stand truly had so many gorgeous different veggies and fruits, and we grabbed some juices. After our time at the market, we strolled over to Walnut Street, which is characterized as the city's premier shopping district, and I specifically wanted to go to the Anthropology here because it is quite beautiful, and Anthropology actually started in Pennsylvania, so this is the birthplace of Anthropology, Free People, and Urban Outfitters. To celebrate love. I just finished getting ready. I haven't put my shoes on yet, but wearing this fun satin, kind of like a light green dress. I also wanted to show you this welcome package that Brittany set up. Ooh, look how pretty my mom looks. So beautiful. This is the welcome packet. I thought this was adorable. So basically when we checked in, it was all ready, which is just such a great touch. So one thing that Philly is known for, besides the Philly cheesesteaks, are pretzels. So we gotta try these old-fashioned handmade pretzels. And then she has this hangover recovery kit. It's so funny. And then water, and these are interesting. A tasty cake, a banana split tasty cake. Have you had one of these? I've never had them before. We're gonna try the pretzel, the local flair Hammond's handmade pretzel. Little pre-wedding snack. We're about to go downstairs and we're taking a shuttle over to the venue. The venue is called Park. We looked it up. It's so beautiful. And we're just thankful we were able to get ready in the hotel because we arrived at 8 a.m. this morning. We flew from Orlando at 5 a.m. and then arrived at 8 a.m. and our hotel room, since we're only staying one night, I don't know if I even mentioned that. We're only staying one night, so it's basically a 24 hours in Philly trip. And our check-in for this hotel room wasn't until 4 p.m., but the wedding is at 3 p.m. and we have shuttles that leave at 2:15, 2 to 2:15. So there was a very good chance that we wouldn't have a hotel room to get ready. We already scoped out the lobby bathroom and we're like, okay, we can get ready here. Worst case scenario, but thank goodness we got early check-in. That was really great that they were able to work that out because whew, it was much more comfortable to get ready in a hotel room. Okay, here's what it looks like. It looks nice and crispy. Mm-hmm.
I'll try a little bit. Here you go.
Crunchy.
You can have the rest. These pretzels are making me thirsty.
What is that from, Friends or Seinfeld? It's good. I like that.
Very
We
good.
want to try a soft pretzel tomorrow too. But maybe they're not even known for soft pretzels. Maybe this is the real deal.
I gotta love, love. I gotta love, love. I gotta love, love. I gotta love. Some people say money gets you everything, but it don't make me happy. It's not the reason my heart sings. It's what I've got. You couldn't put a price on that, 'cause I got something real. 'Cause I gotta love, love. I gotta love, love. I gotta love. I gotta love. Some people cruise, some people try to get by. If you don't have a reason, it's hard to make it all worthwhile.
Good morning. We slept in this morning. The wedding was so beautiful. It was such a sweet celebration, and Luke and Brittany, their love is just so evident, and it was so intentional, and it was just overflowing with love, and we're so thankful we got to witness and experience the wedding day in all its glory. And look at the wedding favors. These baseball caps, they're so cute with the Roman numeral of the day. They look really cute on. I just put my hair up for the day, but I love this. I thought this was so clever. Again, all the details were just beyond. So that was a success, and today the plan is to explore Philly as much as we can before our flight at 9 p.m. this evening. So we have a few ideas written down. The first stop is coffee though. I don't know if I said it's 10 a.m. so it's a bit later in the day. We slept in, which was great because our flight doesn't arrive until close to midnight tonight, so it's good that we sort of evened it out. And yesterday we were up for about 20 hours, so it's been a whirlwind, but hoping we get to explore as much as possible today and see all the fun sights. First destination of the day was La Colombe Coffee, and La Colombe actually started in Philly as well, so that was fun to be able to have some fresh La Colombe. I got a draft latte and an almond croissant. Both were divine. And once we had our coffee fuel, it was time for some history lessons and the full history tour. So we walked over to the Declaration House, and this site is actually where Thomas Jefferson penned and drafted the Declaration of Independence. We walked about a bit more. There were so many different historical landmarks and sites that we stopped along the way. The Visitor Center near near Independence Hall is super neat with lots of interactive exhibits and plaques to read, so that was a great place to stop and gather some information. They also had this cute women's suffrage trail that the National Parks Service put on with different Legos hidden throughout the monumental buildings so you could find them, and I just thought that was a cute activity idea. Then we walked over to the Liberty Bell, which was originally the State House Bell, but it became known as the Liberty Bell because in the early 1800s, people who wanted to outlaw slavery called it the Liberty Bell and used it as a symbol for the cause. The Liberty Bell is also known for the iconic crack, and fun fact, the crack is actually a big subject of debate among historians because no one knows exactly when the crack first appeared. Right next to the Liberty Bell is Independence Hall, which is a pillar of American history because the Second Continental Congress signed the Declaration of Independence here in 1776, and 11 years later, in the same exact room, delegates to the Constitutional Convention created and signed the United States Constitution. As we continue to stroll around the city, we stopped at this post office, which is the Be Free Franklin Post Office, and it's a limited services branch of the United States Postal Service. Benjamin Franklin was actually the appointed postmaster of Philadelphia in 1737. Something to note that I didn't realize until my mom pointed it out is that you can actually get a passport for the national parks in America, and they have these little stamp stations throughout every single national park experience. So you can fill up your passport and document all of your excursions and travels and every place you visited. So my mom is currently working on hers, but I thought this was a fun idea. Our next stop was Betsy Ross's house, and this is known as the birthplace of the American flag because Betsy Ross is credited with making the first Stars and Stripes flag. And Betsy Ross was a successful upholsterer, and she produced flags for the government for over 50 years. And as a skilled artisan, Betsy represents the many women who supported their families during the Revolution and early Republic. Another one of my favorite stops was Elfress Alley. It's the most charming alleyway with these beautiful homes, and it's an exceptional collection of early American structures built in the 1720s through the 1830s. And this alleyway is still a thriving residential community, so people live here, and it's really neat how they've been able to preserve this street to give us a taste of history. Then we made our way over to Cherry Street Pier, which is on the Delaware River, and you have a great view of the Benjamin Franklin Bridge from this spot. So we strolled around the riverfront, and Cherry Street Pier is a really neat spot. There were lots of different studios with artisan-made goods, and it definitely felt super quiet when we went. We went on a Monday morning before lunchtime, and I definitely could imagine this being a weekend spot to enjoy the river and some yummy food. They have a restaurant at the end of the pier that is open during the weekends, so that would be a fun activity if the timeline works out for you. But regardless, it was really beautiful to walk around and see the views. We also stumbled upon this place called Spruce Street Harbor Park, which was so fun and beautiful. They had all these hammocks strung across the park that you could lie in and enjoy the day and relax. I really loved this setup, and of course the views of the water and the ships were also lovely to witness. Had a little lunch break, little pit stop, and now we're going to Philadelphia's Magic Garden. Just the name is so enticing. was a true trip highlight. It's the Philadelphia's Magic Gardens, and this is such an oasis. It feels like a wonderland, and essentially the Magic Gardens is a nonprofit organization highlighting folk art, and it's considered a gallery space and a visionary art environment. So essentially, you purchase a ticket and you're able to stroll around through all the little nooks and crannies, and there truly are so many intricate details and spots where you can just be in awe of the art. And there's a little indoor section, and most of it is outdoors, but it's a really unique and eclectic place to find some inspiration. There are mosaics everywhere you look, and the creator, Isaiah Zagar, used handmade tiles, bottles, bicycle wheels, mirrors, etc. to really help chronicle his life and his influences. So it's a really neat space, and it's actually a nonprofit museum. So you will need to get tickets, but it is a nonprofit museum, and they really focus on celebrating art in its many forms through community outreach, public programs, hands-on activities, exhibitions, and tours. And throughout the city, there are also different mosaicked walls created by the same artist. So even if you're not able to explore the Magic Gardens, you'll still maybe be able to see some of his work. After our time at Philadelphia's Magic Gardens, we strolled back over to the Reading Terminal Market. We were quite thirsty, so my mom got this fun ginger drink, and I got a juice, which was quite refreshing.
We went back to the Reading Market to get the yellow watermelon. I'm so excited to try it. Also got a yummy juice and some coffee to take home as a souvenir.
Test. It tastes different. It's sweeter. It's good. After resting at the park a bit and enjoying our watermelon, we strolled around the city a bit more. It was almost time to head to the airport. So we were squeezing in the last bit of sights, and we made our way over to the Philadelphia Museum of Art. And of course, this is a beautiful art museum. We did not go inside. However, we did walk up the steps because it's such a beautiful view of the city. And it is famous for the filming of the movie Rocky Balboa, which I'm so sorry to this man. I did not know who Rocky was, but he is very iconic apparently, and they even have a statue here, and lots of people like to run up the steps to recreate the famous scene.
We made it to the top of the stairs at the Philadelphia Museum of Art. It's so beautiful, but that's a wrap for Philadelphia. We're just gonna be walking back to the hotel and then off to the airport to head back home. But it was such a beautiful adventure, so much history, art, yummy food. It was a great 30 hours in the city. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Say bye.
Bye.